Good morning. What a great day to be an Eagle, and welcome to the Dunk City Town Center. All are in their places, and we are ready to begin this celebratory day. Today signifies one of the greatest occasions and accomplishments in the lifetime of our graduates, their families, and friends. With such pride and joy of these marvelous accomplishments, we have come to expect that the moment your graduate receives his or her diploma, you will be moved to triumphant applause or some other form of jubilant expression. Although we appreciate your outward displays of pride and your charged intensity of support, we kindly ask that you respect the following graduate by restoring quiet by the time the next candidate's name is to be called. In addition, we also ask that you respect the dignity of the commencement ceremony by remaining civil and refraining from the use of any external form of noisemaker, such as air horns, whistles, stadium horns. The use of such devices are just flat out rude and offensive, leading to a diminished experience for those seated in proximity to you. These exercises for the 2014 fall semester, the 35th commencement ceremony at Florida Gulf Coast University, are hereby called to order.
Good morning. On behalf of Florida Gulf Coast University, I welcome you to the university's 35th commencement ceremony. At this time, we'll all rise for the invocation provided by campus minister Suzanne Fast, and please remain standing afterwards to join the singing of our national anthem led by our vocalist, Miss Whitney Johnson, and the Suncoast Brass Quartet.
We are a community who seek meaning in diverse forms. As we seek the sacred present in this gathering, I invite you to join me in contemplation. Spirit of life, soar in our hearts today, for we are joy-filled. Today we celebrate these graduates. They have toiled long, many years in pursuit of knowledge. They have found their ways through challenges. They have completed this part of their journeys. We celebrate them, we celebrate their friends and their loved ones who have companioned them along this way. We celebrate those who are here and those who are not with us today, but whose presence is here in their hearts. We celebrate this university, this staff, this faculty, whose mission of transformation is witnessed here today in this rite of passage. We pause here, thankful for all that has brought us to this moment. And as we savor these achievements, we are mindful of the further journeys, those journeys ahead and beyond. For the work of lives well lived calls us on to new experiences. May these graduates and all of us find ways to live into the challenges that life lays before us. May we build the world we dream about, sustainable, just, and meaning-filled. And may we find joy in the doing. May it always be so. Amen.
Oh, say, can
Please be seated. This ceremony is patterned after a ritual which has been repeated through centuries of higher education throughout the world. The robes we wear and the symbols of the ceremony found their origins in the Middle Ages. The mace is a symbol of the authority of the university, but the spirit of commencement is modern, always new, and always focused on the future. At this time, let me introduce the university trustees and other members of our platform party. As I call your name, please rise and remain standing. I would ask that you hold your applause until all have been introduced. University trustee and chair of the Board of Trustees, Robbie Repsdorf. University trustee, Russell Priddy. Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Robert Gregerson. Dean of the UA Whitaker College of Engineering, Dr. Richard Baer. Dean of Library Services, Dr. Kathleen Miller. Chair of the Alumni Association Board of Directors, Carlos Caminago III. Assistant Director of Alumni Programs, Angela Kunkel. Invocation Speaker, Campus Minister Suzanne Fass of the Unitarian Universalist Church. Student Government President and University Trustee, Dominic Volpe. Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. J. Michael Rollo. Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. T.C. Yee. Academic Advisor, College of Arts and Sciences, Rebecca Kroger. Director of Academic Advising, Undergraduate Studies, Allison Bakachalupi. Dean of Undergraduate Studies, Dr. Jim Wolpart. CEO, NCH Healthcare System, and our keynote speaker today, Dr. Alan Weiss. Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Ronald Toll. University Marshal, Faculty Senate President, and University Trustee, Dr. Sean Felton. Please join me in acknowledging our platform guests. Sitting here in the first rows before me are our college marshals. As I call your name, will you please stand to be recognized and remain standing? Melanie Eichbauer, College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Jorge Torres, UA Whitaker College of Engineering. Melissa Vanderburgt, Library Services. Please, let's acknowledge our marshals. Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you for being here on this occasion when we celebrate the accomplishments of so many students. Also, we have a number of elected officials, members of the university's foundation board, and friends of the university here with us today. Because there are just so many of them here, I won't be able to introduce each of you, but I welcome you, and I ask that you raise your hand so we may recognize you as well. It is now my pleasure to introduce my distinguished colleague, the university's Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Ronald Toll.
It is a great honor to be part of Florida Gulf Coast University and to be part of this special ceremony this morning. It is my distinct pleasure at this time to introduce the President of the Faculty Senate, member of the Florida Gulf Coast University Board of Trustees, and our University Marshal, Dr. Sean Felton.
Thank you, Dr. Toll. Welcome again, everyone, to the 35th commencement ceremony at Florida Gulf Coast University. Fellow platform party members, distinguished guests, outstanding faculty, parents, families, and most especially, our Florida Gulf Coast University graduates. I bring you greetings and congratulations on completing your degree programs on behalf of all my incredible colleagues, the FGCU faculty. However, before I move too much further, I would like to first thank you and your families for trusting all of us, with the responsibility of your education. A little secret, graduates, there's a lot of pride, maybe some relief going around the room right now, and most of your family members are a little bit vulnerable. So it may be a great time to ask for things. Maybe some help with paying off those outstanding parking fines so you can actually receive your diploma. Perhaps some money, new car, or even confess a little secret that has been building for a while, or drop some other surprise. There are emergency personnel throughout the audience, though, if the surprise is too much. All right, enough. Anyway, your experiences while attending FGCU are unprecedented and have been filled and enriched by dedicated, brilliant faculty who have basked in your successes, comforted you during times when challenges have arose, and assisted you in every endeavor for you to reach this day. These events today are moments that are second to none for us as faculty, and seeing the works of your unwavering determination solidifies all we do daily. Thank you for also making us better along the way. I have had the privilege of representing our FGCU faculty by speaking at these proceedings several times. I've discussed what it was to be an Eagle and even talked about places one would go, likely a failed attempt of a Dr. Seuss parody. However, each time that I begin to write a speech, I try and find something that will capture what this day entails for you, your families, and the faculty I represent. So as I was contemplating on what I would say, I kept thinking of the opportunities that now exist for you and how your degree is a gateway to your career. Let's discuss this degree that you have spent the last several years pursuing. Preparing for this, like any good academic, a research degree. Using the great research device of Google and Wikipedia, I typed in degree. The first thing that came up was describing the degree as a measurement of plane angle. Next, the actual academic degree was discussed. And then the link started describing the use of an antiperspirant, and there were logos, pictures. I got some free mail-in offers. However, with today's seasonal weather, that hopefully will not be needed unless speakers like myself talk too long or each graduate decides to take a selfie with President Bradshaw as they walk across the stage. Then we may need the other type of degree. Anyway, let's go back to the academic degree. Merriam-Webster describes the degree as a title conferred on students by a college, university, or professional school on completion of a program of study. That's a pretty simple definition for the privileges of what is about to be bestowed upon you. But there has been so much more that makes up this degree. Your degree today marks a professional milestone and symbolizes your commitment in earning it. We are here today to celebrate these accomplishments and the endless opportunities that now exist because you have made it. You have earned it. You have all of the privileges that a degree from FGCU provides. Congratulations. Your degree now serves as a passport to the world that will never expire. After today, you have endless opportunities for advancement, progress in your chosen field, several openings for success that are still limited for many, and likely you haven't even thought about. You have been trained in your discipline, but moreover, you have been provided with lifelong learning skills that will allow you to adapt to an ever-changing workplace. You have been prepared for careers. Those of you completing your baccalaureate degrees are among the top 30% of all Americans, while those of you receiving your master's degree are now among the top 8% of educated Americans. What a very select group of individuals. Finally, with this degree, you will have endless opportunities in which I have discussed. But also, think about how the degree has taught you to become a better member of society. And the following are just a few examples of the non-monetary benefits of earning a degree. Individuals that attend higher education have overall improved health and an increased life expectancy. Furthermore, research indicates that children of those that attend a higher education institution have higher cognitive skills, and will engage in more extracurricular and cultural activities. Further, individuals obtaining degrees demonstrate a substantial increase in civic responsibility, such as voting in elections and volunteering in the community agencies, and are more open to diversity issues. Your degree signifies so much, but before I conclude this morning, I want to leave you with a final piece of personal advice. Never underestimate the small acts of kindness. These acts cost you not a dime, and you will be surprised how a slight smile or saying good morning to a colleague changes everyone's day. So remember the little things and take time to slow down. Be sure to find balance in what you do. Find that balance between your career, your family, and all else that is important to you. Find compromise in what you do. You will be much happier. Once again, my colleagues and I congratulate you. We wish you well in all of your endeavors, and we are assured that all of you will be excellent representatives of our FGCU family. You now see windows and doors where there once were walls. You have made us proud, and we anticipate your successes and all of your future accomplishments. Congratulations, and go Eagles.
Thank you, Dr. Felton. It is now my great pleasure to introduce our Fall 2014 student speaker, President of the Student Government, and University Trustee, Dominic Volpe. Mr. Volpe started at FGCU in the fall of 2010 and is now a senior majoring in resort and hospitality management. In addition to his leadership role in student government, Dominic is also active with the programming board as director of concerts. Further, he is currently a member of the Sigma Chi fraternity and was an FGCU orientation leader during his first 2 years here. Mr. Volpe is performing admirably in his role as student government president and as a university trustee. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Dominic Volpe.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you. But most importantly, thank you, the graduates. But I do really think we should take some time to thank our parents and family. Of course, if you don't want to thank them now, I'm sure you could thank them tomorrow when you're moving back in. But anywho, graduates, today is a day you'll never forget. It's a day you leave the nest and become a member of our hard-working American society. It's a day you begin your journey onto never claiming your Social Security. Today, you will graduate from Florida Gulf Coast University with a sense of pride and accomplishment for what you have done. It is my hope that you have gotten the most out of FGCU that I have. For me, I've had the unique ability not only to watch this university grow, but grow along with it as a better person and an Eagle. I stand here humbled before you in my hopes my words don't go through your ear and out the other, like I'm sure many of your faculty and professors have felt throughout your years at FGCU. But I stand up here to reflect on your accomplishments today. I want everyone to think back to their freshman year and their freshman move-in. That look of excitement on your face, but that feeling of being frightened, not knowing what lies ahead. Remember those feelings. Remember the first couple of nights you spent not knowing anyone, having to step out of your comfort zone, something you probably never thought you would feel again. But today, as you enter the so-called quote-unquote real world, those feelings will return. Through job interviews, moving through new surroundings, meeting new people, you will need to think back on your times here at FGCU. Think back on what this university has prepared you for. Bob Marley once said, "You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have." So I think my message to you, graduates, is to stay strong, because you will encounter great times, happy times, and hard times. But I can tell you this from personal experience, that life goes on. As you embark on your journey through life after FGCU, remember everything is temporary. So if things are going good, enjoy them. because they won't last forever. If things are going bad, please remember too, they won't last forever. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. So in closing, I encourage you to take a chance on the unknown. I encourage you to go out and travel. I encourage you to take any chance that your heart tells you, because life is for living. But remember that you will always have a home here on Ben Hill Griffin in this little town we call Fort Myers. Thank you, God bless, one love, go Eagles.
Thank you, Dominic. Nicely done. It is now my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Dr. Alan Weiss, President and CEO of NCH Healthcare System. Dr. Weiss is responsible for a 715-bed, two-hospital integrated healthcare system in Naples. His interest in the development of the three core competencies of the NCH Healthcare System, demonstrated quality, operational efficiency, and fiscal responsibility, began during his executive MBA program at Florida Gulf Coast University, where he was named Distinguished Alumnus. In 2008, he received Distinguished Executive of the Year recognition from the Women's Bar Association, and in 2010, he was recognized as one of the Men and Women of the Year by Gulf Shore Life. Additionally, Dr. Weiss serves on numerous boards, including FGCU Foundation Board of Directors, boards of the Chamber of Commerce, Leadership Florida, Forum Club, Florida Hospital Association, Regional Advisory Council of the American Hospital Association, Wolford School for Certified Nurse Anesthesiology, and American Momentum Bank. After graduating from Columbia University's College of Physicians and Surgeons and subsequently completing his training at both the New York Presbyterian Hospital and Hospital for Special Surgery of Cornell University, he had a solo practice in rheumatology, internal medicine, and geriatrics for more than 23 years. He is board certified in all three of these specialties and is recognized both as a fellow of the American College of Physicians and a fellow of the American College of Rheumatology. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Alan Weiss, who will deliver our commencement address. Dr. Weiss.
Honored graduates, President Bradshaw, distinguished faculty, parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, spouses, children, and friends, and colleagues. Congratulations to you all today on your wonderful achievement. It is an honor to be with you today, and you should all feel proud of this momentous accomplishment. With your permission, I'd like to speak directly to the proud young men and women we honor today. I would like to share a special message with you graduates that I hope you will carry with you as you look back fondly on your years at FGCU. Graduates, you have worked hard and achieved success, and you deserve to celebrate later. For the next few moments, I ask you to look back and consider what brought you this success over 20 or so years, and then close your eyes and imagine yourselves 20 years from now. And then one final homework assignment at FGCU, ask yourself 6 key questions. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. Who will you be with 20 years from now? What will you be doing 20 years from now? When will you get there? That's the easy question. You get credit ahead of time. It's 20 years. Where will you be located? Where will you be living? What will be your motivation 20 years from now? And how will you be making a life for yourself? These are questions which will help frame your life. And since this university is approaching the same age as many of you, permit me to trace FGCU's development from its birth 17 years ago through early childhood, adolescence, and emerging adulthood. The purpose of this exercise is to encourage everyone here to think about who you will be with, what you will be doing, what will you be doing successfully and personally and professionally, where will you be living, how you will be motivated, and how did it all happen. In the early 90s, FGCU was but a dream, a gleam in the eyes of some local folks and governmental officials in Tallahassee, whom I imagine never predicted the level of success and achievement FGCU has achieved. I recall that my wife and I attended a lecture in the early 1990s at the downtown Telford Auditorium of the NCH Healthcare System, featuring the recently named founding Dean of Arts and Sciences of FGCU. Dean Jack Crocker had come from the University of South Florida with high hopes. I remember vividly his presentation that talked about the ambitious plans and lofty aspirations of the new university. I'll be honest, it was a great presentation, but few among the 100 people there had the same confidence that Dean Crocker had. In fact, as I walked out of the auditorium, I said to my wife that was a nice idea to have a university locally, but it really wouldn't affect our family, as our kids would already be in college by the time the first class was enrolled. So no one in the Weiss family was bound for FGCU. How wrong I was. There would be a Weiss enrolled at FGCU, me. In 1999, I enrolled in the second executive MBA class, and while I never dreamed I would be a student at FGCU, it turned out to be a life and career-changing event. You see, that evening at Dean Crocker's lecture, I was thinking myopically about the future of our high school-age daughters and not about myself. What I might have been asking was, what if I took advantage of this new university to build experience and knowledge and earn an MBA? Luckily, FGCU gave me that kind of life-changing experience that I wish for all of you as you walk across the stage in a few minutes with new degrees in hand. By the time I enrolled, FGCU was well on the way of answering the key questions. First, the who question. FGCU in the early 90s was faced with an unknown and potentially daunting future. And one of the first decisions was what to call this new child. Naming a baby is always exciting, and it's a real challenge. But with multiple parents and lots of politics involved, the who question is not that easy. Florida Gulf Coast University, over time shortened to FGCU, and identified with quality, academics, success, growth, diversity, and of course, basketball. The when question was answered very easily. 1997, the first students were enrolled. Where was fortuitous? Southwest Florida was experiencing rapid growth in the early 90s. At that time, there was much controversy as to where the new university should be located. Founding board member Ben Hill Griffin's generosity won the day, and here we are, strategically located near I-75 between two growing communities which will coalesce in the future. The what would be the focus of the university. Initially, environmental, distance learning, and technology, all of which were novel at that time. Founding President Roy McTarnican and second President Bill Merwin must have been asking the what if question and been very optimistic as they set such an ambitious goal. To his credit, President McTarnican had the opportunity to see the walls go up, the roof go on, and the stained glass installed, and I'll get to that in a moment. I'm certain my good friend President Merwin is smiling down at us today and equally proud and somewhat amazed. The why is obvious, as FGCU became an economic powerhouse and cultural mecca for our entire region. The how becomes the province of all of us who continue to support and represent FGCU as loyal alumni. How do we see the world? How will we have added to society? How will our accomplishments reflect what the university has taught us? Then each of us can ask the what if questions. The what if questions are what behavioralists call cathedral thinking. And what is cathedral thinking? Well, when the colossal Cathedral of Notre Dame in Paris was conceived, the architects saw the foundations go into the ground. The foundation workers saw parts of the walls go up. The masons who built the walls barely lived to see the roof completed, and the roofers may have lived to see the stained glass installed. In those days, the average life expectancy was well less than 40 years, and it took many decades to build a cathedral. All those workers took the long view, And that is what cathedral thinking is, an individual who thinks about the long term, who has the perspective and the imagination to think how things might be. Today, of course, our perspective is much wider. Life has changed in so many good ways, with today's average life expectancy being well into the 80s. In fact, women in Collier County have the longest life expectancy in the nation, about 86 years, men the second longest. So all of us have more time to employ cathedral thinking, planning, and enjoying the fruits of our labors. As you ask these what-if questions and begin to plan your future, I might also ask you to consider 4 principles around the initials of your soon-to-be alma mater, FGCU. F is for family and friends, both personal and professional. Deciding who you are going to spend the rest of your life with is a key early decision. The company you keep is going to change you more than the other way around. Are the leaders in your life, your friends, your potential spouse, good, moral, ethical, honest, competent, and motivated to do good? Today, would you join this team, live with this person forever, be happy with your choice as you grow and mature? If yes, great. If not, you can't get away too quickly. Who you pick as your partner in life and who you work with professionally will have the most profound effect on you. Eddie Rickenbacker, an aviator industry pioneer, once said, "I would rather have 1 million friends than $1 million." And he was right. America used to have 3 close friends. Now the average is down to 1.5. You need trusted people you can call in the middle of the night and will give you real advice. The G is for grit. Nothing comes without hard work. Sticking to an idea, persevering, getting through adversity will lead to success. Having the ability to stay the course and not giving up in the face of overwhelming adversity probably creates an even better outcome than never being challenged. One study of West Point cadets assessed qualities that lead to success. Researchers found that intellect and physical abilities mattered much less than having grit, the ability to stay the course in the face of challenge. Everyone faces challenges and disappointments. Having the grit to respond over the long haul is more important than the stress itself. Stay the course, do the right thing often enough, and you will get the right result. C is for the cycles of life that we all experience. Every individual and enterprise is faced somewhere down the line with life and industry-changing events. Disease, divorce, death of a loved one, prison, financial ruin, bankruptcy, job loss, and other stressful events. Many not only recover, but emerge from such events stronger and wiser. As Dun & Bradstreet CEO Jeff Steibel has said, when most people look back on their success, they realize there were a series of failures that allowed them to navigate to success. Learning from our mistakes starts with being able to get past denying we've made mistakes. All of us will make mistakes. It's what we learn from them that counts. Finally, the U is for understanding, having the empathy to put yourself in other people's shoes. He does good to himself who does good to his friend, is how the Dutch humanist Erasmus put it 500 years ago. He who does good to himself does good to his friend. We see this every day from those who take genuine interest in others, who really listens when people speak, who are really concerned about the welfare of their friends and colleagues. These are the people we respect the most. And there you have it, the what-if questions to ask yourself: who, what, when, where, why, and how. And yes, the FGCU formula to guide you. And yes, one final word: life, you will find, is a long and exciting journey. It is best to experience it with a large dose of joy and enthusiasm. Honored graduates, families, professors, leaders, and guests, congratulations and best wishes for the next 20 years and beyond, for continued success and satisfaction in all you do. Thank you for allowing me to be with you on this momentous day. Enjoy the journey. Thank you.
Dr. Weiss, thank you, not just for your thoughtful words this morning to our graduates, but for all that you do for this community in Southwest Florida in terms of making it a healthier place and improving the quality of life that we all have come to know and enjoy. We are honored to have you as an FGCU alum. Degrees will now be conferred. At FGCU, we award a wide variety of graduate degrees that provide advanced education in an array of disciplines. Indeed, at FGCU, we offer over 30 courses of study leading to the master's degree. We are pleased that 27 master's degrees are being awarded by FGCU at this commencement. Some of those eligible to receive recognition at today's ceremony have already started their new careers and are unable to attend. Will all master's candidates please rise for the conferral of your degrees?
By the authority vested in me by the Florida Board of Governors and the Florida Gulf Coast University Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the master's degree you have earned with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Candidates, please turn your tassels from right to left. Congratulations. You may be seated.
The College Marshal will now escort the master's recipients to the front of the stage by college, beginning with the College of Arts and Sciences and the College of Business. The university readers, Rebecca Kroger and Allison Bacigalupi, will introduce individual graduates. We will be calling each graduate to the front of the floor to be recognized. Let me say a word to our guests today, and I ask for your cooperation. Most of you have traveled many miles to hear one name, and each name will be heard only if we are able to contain our applause and cheers. After all have crossed the platform to earn their distinction as our graduates, we will exuberantly applaud their accomplishments.
Mary Schweers, Daniel Dickinson, Daniel Marquillo, Matthew Jacobson, Rebecca Youngblood, Alan Cavender, Kimberly Ortiz, Creshlea de la Paz Rodriguez, Samantha Wade, Ivetza Milanoski, Michelle Nipper, Kathleen Macbeth, Carolina Valera, Ricardo Valera, Emily Fashnot, Victoria Cunningham, Daniel Jacobs,
Here at FGCU, we have a tradition of our faculty greeting the new graduates. The faculty of each college rise and move to a receiving area at the rear of the building to recognize their students having crossed the stage. We believe this tradition gives our students a chance to convene with their faculty one last time, the faculty who have supported them throughout their years here at FGCU. That tradition is to briefly greet the students. Will the new FGCU Masters graduates please rise? President Bradshaw, Platform Party, faculty, family, and guests, please join me in congratulating our newest master's degree recipients. Please be seated. We now come to the conferring of the bachelor's degrees. At FGCU, we award a wide variety of bachelor's degrees that provide education in an array of disciplines. At FGCU, we offer over 50 courses of study leading to the baccalaureate degree. We are pleased that 364 bachelor's degrees are being conferred by FGCU at this commencement. Some of those eligible to receive recognition at this morning's ceremony have already started their new careers and are unable to attend. Will all bachelor's candidates please rise for the conferral of your degrees?
By the authority vested in me by the Florida Board of Governors and the Florida Gulf Coast University Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree you have earned with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Candidates, please turn your tassels from right to left. Congratulations, and you may be seated.
The college marshals will now escort the bachelor's recipients to the front of the stage by college, beginning with the College of Arts and Sciences. The university readers will introduce our individual graduates.
And now the graduates from the College of Arts and Sciences. Jordan Santos. Andre Denny. Mark Pouchet. Hannah Johnson. George William Cochran Jr. Sarah Hines. Lauren Ricker. Alexa Pavone. Quinn Miller. Andrew Callis. Chelsea McNeely. Kayla Iannuzzo. Alitra Farah. Dorina Charlton. Christine Pinder. Dominique Rossetti. Allison Carville. Ian McPherson. Eric Frankovich. Daniel Cox. Theodora Windsor. Melissa Hartley. Ruth Cepeda. Nayi Oliveras. Tessa Cody. Megan Turetsky. Alexandra Stem. Caitlin Crow. Maria Aguirre. Christina Necker. Nancy Acevedo. Jessica Peterson. Janine Peden. Antoine Williams. Brandon Hernandez. Samantha Giddens. Nelanice Varela Paybone. Haley Scrid. Anthony Ramallo. Sophia Kirkovic. Brittany Prenat. Juliana Como. Ashley Ogden. Kelsey McDevitt. Stephen Messina. Dianira Lopez. Melanie Perez. Kelsey Bowden. Allison Rainey. Casey Logan. Mary Braddock. Julius Richardson. Deborah Herzanik. Jessica Brody. Brandy Havalati. Ryan Cathy. Samantha Perez. Dallas Dusenchuk. Jacob Ginsberg. Jessica Perez. Daisy Hernandez. Cody Garner. Virginia Mack. Rachel Robinson. Christina Kuklova. Alex Perrone. Stacy Hobenstock. Dana Thiemann. Madeline Gershick. Jennifer Arndt. Lee White. Kia Marie Rosado. Kaylee Moody. Lindsay Wyman. Kathleen Bidlack. Audrey Moglin. Melissa Arnold. Matthew Risch. Christopher Tesmer. Matthew Bolton. Morgan Bowen. Caitlin Merrill.
Danielle Sternola. Anna Villanueva. Jake Bornstein. Zachary Christian. Nicole Hawking. Heather Carpenter. Michael Dresnan. Michael Zarillo. Jamie Antonori. Madielle Rogers. Kirsten Jacobs. Sabrina Prefer. Amanda Peterson. Sarah Bradshaw. Allie Miller. Sarah McRedmond. William Perry Taylor III. Paul Walker. Leanne Flippin. Brandon Johnson. Doug Purvis. Clayton Weigel. Spencer Klepper. Caitlin Cerrone. Mercedes Zambrano. Stephen Rocher. Adam Bruner. Micah Meffin. Christopher Ostooney. Maria Missimer. Whitney Johnson. Nicholas Lavalley. Eslandi Damberville. Brooke Martin. Samantha Mattice. Yanelis Gutierrez. Anisha Rosan. Ashley Andrews. Hannah Romano. Zachary Tidler. Amanda Brown. Amanda Thomas. Jenny Neese. Jasenia Blanco. Alexis Clark. Austin Swager. Tucker O'Neill. Brian Biasello. Lisa Monteith. Elizabeth Naranjo. Rachel Disrude. Alex DeFoja. Christopher Santos. Jared Thomas. Catherine Murdoch. Franco Miglio. Elizabeth Martin. Carly Morrison. Jeff Hilaire. Janine Bogle. Nicholas Conforti. Evan Corelli. Eric Thomas. Angela Emer. Jennifer Weig. Chloe Coleman. Marnie Heenan. Alita Fountain. Ryan Curran. John Pavlitz. Damon Green. Angel Coelho. Sonia Padfield. Jonathan Spencer. Eric Delarada. Jacqueline Smith. Jack Sobel. Jeremy Melker. Maylin Tompkins. Hector Perez. Jacob Barish. Linda Larkin. Dean Parks. Daryl Brooks. Orlando Mata. Carlos Lopez. Caitlin Cosgrove. Brittany Redstone. Aubrey Cake. Samuel Harris. Hannah Thielman. Brianna Steele. Solveig Pointer. Patricia Cross. Mackenzie Scott. Catherine Nelson. Betty Lewis. Ileana Hernandez. Erica Gabrielle Feynman. Catherine May Hill. Evan Danzy. Molly Sprouse. Samantha Hunter. Roy Tomash. Alexandra Benton. Randy Seidel. Brittany Dunning. Anna Barbosa. Christina Marconi Leonias. Erica Egan. Erin Egan, apologies. Scott Candelmo. Limi Chatelier. Yeah. Christina Latham. Caitlin Sweeney.
Richard Lockey. Jared Newbert. Joshua Canarum. Paige Kelly. Mary Elizabeth Falco. Jacqueline Lush. Carol Coleman. Joshua Graham. Gustavo Paul Calero. Rachel Sutton. Keisha Murray. Shay Lee. Ruman Farukazi. Logan Johnson. Justin Kingsland. Megan Drozdowski. Audra Bianco. Thomas Hill. Kenneth Osowitz. Maria Carandang. Wendy Gaylord. Griselda Ramirez. Marquisha Hurd. Zabdi Constant. Dominic Joseph. Douglas McDonald. Tira Brown. Jonathan Michaelis. Brittany Sullivan. Shelby Jones. Chelsea Almeida. Anthony Sarangelo. Jonathan McCann. Timothy Bickneys. Nicholas Pagan. Nicole Nuzzles. Morgan Reed. Melissa Larrera. Elizabeth Aguilera. Elizabeth Highfield. Stephanie Prado. Amani Badawi. Michael Brown. Natasha Kalanick. Kelsey Jones. Rochelle Brock. Allison Dunning. Tiana Chilindrisvili. Christopher Cartaya. Lindsay Victoria. Ebony Gonzalez. Rose Ho. Maria Briseño. Stephanie Roldan. Eddie Ramos. Karen Aldana. Grisella Santizo Soto. David Rivero. Andy Fleitas. Armando Grez. And now the graduates from the UA Whitaker College of Engineering. Gilberto Gill. Jeffrey Papner. Buckley Weglars. Ariana Suarez. John Herman. Aaron Morris. Alexander Nelson Erlenbach.
good. You're good. It's all. Will the new FGCU bachelor's graduates please rise? President Bradshaw, platform party, faculty, family, and guests. Let's congratulate our newest graduates. Please be seated. Among our graduates receiving bachelor's degrees today are some of FGCU's finest students. These students who have achieved the highest academic honors are designated by the wearing of green and blue honor cords. Please stand and remain standing as I call your honors designation. Undergraduate students who have maintained a cumulative GPA of 3.9 or higher have received the highest honors designation of summa cum laude. Please stand. Undergraduate students who have maintained a cumulative GPA of 3.71 to 3.89 have received the honors designation of magna cum laude. Please rise. Undergraduate students who have maintained a cumulative GPA of 3.5 to 3.7 have received the honors designation of cum laude. Please rise. Honors graduates, we commend you all on your superlative academic achievements.
Graduates, I congratulate you on your accomplishment and wish you continued success. You've worked hard and succeeded in your academic endeavors. On your behalf, let me thank our outstanding faculty and staff members who have provided you not only instruction, but also their wise guidance and enthusiastic support. Our university is truly fortunate to have such a remarkable group of faculty and staff respected by their students, their peers, and the greater community. Please join me in acknowledging the fine work of our faculty and staff. It is now my pleasure to introduce Carlos Cabanago III, class of 2000 and chair of the FGCU Alumni Association Board of Directors. Carlos.
By the power vested in me, I confer upon you. My point is, you never get tired of hearing those words. I tell you, graduates, don't get tired of hearing those words. I'll never forget the thrill and the enjoyment I heard when I heard those words. I want to emphasize some things that Dr. Weiss told all of us today. Dr. Weiss talked about cathedral thinking. thinking forward in 20 years from now. 20 years ago, I was 18, and at the age of 18, I never dreamed that I would have the keys to the courtroom. Professor Pam C. told me, "You can do it. You could be a lawyer." I never imagined I would hold keys to a courtroom, walk in and advocate upon someone, that I would argue law, that I would stand for justice, the bedrock of our democracy. Remember what Dr. Weiss said, be forward thinkers. Where are we going to be in 20 years from now? I'll emphasize one more thing that Dr. Weiss said. You will be judged by the company you keep. Be careful who you surround yourself with. I am lucky to see a close friend of mine in the audience, Sheriff Mike Scott. Mike is not here in his capacity as a sheriff. He's here in his capacity as a father. And that reminds me of family. Family is first and foremost, but I'm standing up here today to welcome you to the alumni family. There's over 20,000 graduates nationwide. As you leave here today, alumnus, you control the reputation and credibility of this university. Having a diploma is much like having stock in a company. Stocks go up and down. After you leave here, make sure your own personal stock goes up by being true to yourself, being true to others, and being true to Florida Gulf Coast University. People often ask me, why do you do what you do? Why do you donate so much time to FGCU? Why do you donate money? You're a busy attorney. You're married. I've got a lot on my plate. Why do you do it? And the answer's simple. This is a great thing. The best way to keep a great thing going is to give back and continue giving back. If you believe in your heart that the experiences you had, the friendships you made, motivated you to be where you're at, you will give back to keep a good thing going here in Southwest Florida. Graduates, I wish you all the best of luck in the future. Don't forget about FGCU. We are all Eagles here today. God bless and go Eagles.
Thank you, Carlos. Now at this time, will the graduates please rise and give a round of applause in appreciation of those that supported you through the educational process, your parents, your family, your friends. And also, while you are appropriately standing, let's once again please extend a round of applause for the faculty who also supported you through your educational endeavors. Now will everyone please rise and join our vocalist, Miss Whitney Johnson, and the Suncoast Brass Quintet in singing the first verse of the alma mater. The printed words can be found on page 32 of your program.
We have learned the way.
Graduates, in closing, I encourage you to stay connected to your university as proud alums who represent the best of this institution. You, our success stories, are our best ambassadors. Your achievements, service to others, and loyalty will contribute to the greatness of Florida Gulf Coast University. You have our best wishes for success and happiness throughout your lives. Now, will everyone please remain standing for the recessional and remain in your place until all graduates have exited the floor. Graduates, staff ushers will direct you to join the recessional. Guests, please wait until the students and faculty have left the arena floor before carefully exiting yourselves. Please meet your graduates in the lobby in the plaza area. The last 4 words of this ceremony: walk good, go Eagles.